at 9. So just for the month of August begins. As for the London Majors, they're the second best team in the CBL, 21-11. They're 12-3 right here at the one for their last pick, but hoping to bounce back from a tough one against the Guelph Royals on Tuesday. Without further ado, let's send it up to the gentleman who will call this game. Mark Perry is with Owen Taylor. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Evan. And yes, upstairs here in the booth, Mark Perry alongside Owen Taylor. Dylan Baker getting the night off. It's the long weekend as we cross into the month of August tomorrow. It's the final day of the month of July, and we take a look at these two teams, Owen, and the fact of the matter is, London's kind of that have team versus Kitchener. That's kind of that have-not team. But when you look at what they have been doing recently, Kitchener, famously coming off of that big loss on Sunday, while London and Hamilton probably played one of the best games of the season here last Sunday, but both of them also coming off of losses. London, they couldn't get the job done against Guelph on Tuesday night, had trouble getting some scoring going. Kitchener rebounding nicely against Welland, taking them to extra innings before losing on a walk-off. But when you compare these two teams, what do you expect here tonight?
Yeah, and as you said, it's almost polar opposites of what these two teams are. Kitchener's kind of on the lower end of the standings, and they're kind of outside the playoff bracket right now, still trying to look in as they are very far back. As for London, they're only a game and a half back of the Welland Jackfish with a game in hand on Welland. So it should be interesting to see kind of the matchup we see. The London offense has kind of been struggling a little bit, especially last game as well during Guelph, as you said, and just kind of have to fix those mistakes that you made over in Guelph. But other than that, it should be a very interesting one today.
Yeah, when you look at the pitching matchup here as well, Luis Perez recently acquired versus Evan Elliott here tonight. Overall, like you said, London trying to get some of that scoring touch going for them. Couldn't get it going against Guelph. Kitchener, very much struggling when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. The only offense they were able to provide last night in Welland was a Malik Williams home run in the 8th inning. So two teams that are really just trying to look for something here tonight going into the weekend.
Yeah, and it should be interesting to see how this goes as we have 16 games left of this regular season. We're into the last month almost, and it's very interesting to see how these two teams have kind of played out this season. Obviously, Kitchener was very hot to start the year, and then all of a sudden something turned, and it's been a struggle for them the last couple of months. While London, they've been really consistent all throughout this season, and it shows with their record and their stats and how good every player is doing. That the big difference will be the pitching today. Obviously, Luis Perez is in for London. He had a pretty good start back in Brantford about a week and a half ago. He went 6 innings of just 3-run ball. Evan Elliott, who is probably one of the better starters for Kitchener, he'll have the bump today. It should be interesting to see how he adjusts to this London offense, see how ways he can kind of maneuver around them and try and stop them and try and give Kitchener a chance to win this game.
And for London, it almost feels like a must-win. You have to beat these teams that are in a non-playoff position right now, because these are the games that matter at the end of the season when you are on the outside of a pennant. Looking in, if you will. So picking up these wins, if you're London right now, are crucial against some, I guess you can say, beatable opponents.
Yeah, and you can, but if you look at the standings, all 1 through 5 is only within like about 4 or 5 games, and with how good everyone's been playing well in Barrie, at Hamilton as well, they have been on fire as of late over the last months, at least since the All-Star break. This is a very winnable game for London, to say must-win game for the Majors as well, and if you can get this going and start to kind of keep rolling on and keep your mentality and kind of the momentum that you've brought throughout this season up until this point, you know that you can come into the playoffs at about in one of those top 3 spots.
And these offenses, again, as we've touched on, trying to figure out where they're going, as we are going to go and send it to break. When we come back, we'll have some baseball for you here at Labatt Memorial Park here in London.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sport.
Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great! Stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customizable with your team's logo, colors, and player details, and double-sided for twice the impact. A custom plate can be attached to the base for personalized engraving on each trophy. Great for player recognition. Ideal for keeper awards, participation trophies, or end-of-season celebrations. Order yours today at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Right at the corner of Warncliffe and Emery, Ellie's Pizzeria is your neighborhood spot for real, handcrafted pizza, using locally sourced flour for their dough and fresh ingredients from local farms for incredible flavor in every bite. Stop in before 3 p.m. for a slice and a pop for just $5, or 2 for $9. Ellie's Pizzeria, made local, made right.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we trying, keep shining, living in a world where we...
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Turn on.
To be the best, you've got to bring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season. So Rawlings made a time machine to help you keep up. Introducing the all-new Velo ACP. It's light, it's balanced, so you can pick your pitch or drive the ball with maximum exit velocity. The game's gotten faster. Your bat has too.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMF Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmfsportswear.ca.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we trying, keep shining, living in a world where we colliding.
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Turn on.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
So right off the bat, what's your least favorite food? Oh, you brought fish. Okay, I get that. What are some of your go-to foods that you love? Oh, more props. Great, wicked. Fruits and vegetables. Great pick. You know, incredibly important. I'm sure a lot of the London majors will agree with you. I'm gonna have to have you clean that up, though. You know, I'm not here to be a janitor.
Nuthers blank and stock metals deliver impact without compromise. Fully customizable with UV full color printing or 3D printing to showcase your logo, event name, or design. 1- or 2-sided printing available. Some stock metals have a recessed area for adding plates for divisions, names, and more. Each medal includes a stock neck ribbon or upgrade to a custom ribbon with your branding. Just allow for lead time. Versatile, customizable, affordable.
Explore your options at Nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Smoke alarms expire after 10 years. Check the date and test your smoke alarm today.
A working smoke alarm is a gift the whole family can enjoy.
Follow us online at LDNONT Fire.
stand out this season with the Jersey Acrylic Trophy, starting at just $15.95. Fully customized.
Jeffrey Robert. Majors fans, to sing tonight's national anthem, please welcome Scott Bowler, best known as the lead singer and frontman of Canadian rock band After the Lounge. You can find Scott performing pop and jazz regularly around Ontario in nightclubs and restaurants, and he's also the host of the tourism show Cruising with Scott Bowler, streaming online and on Rogers TV. Please welcome Scott Bowler tonight.
True patriot love in all of us come back. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Excellent rendition of the national anthem. It is game time here on a Friday night at Labatt Memorial Park here in London. Mark Perry alongside Owen Taylor here in the booth. Evan Fredrickson is at field level. He'll be joining us as tonight goes along, as the London Majors, with a 21-11 record, take on the 10-22 Kitchener Panthers. We had some ponies, horses on the field as well. A little bit of everything here on a Friday night.
Yeah,
a genuinely good time.
Was not expecting the horses to be here. You kind of pointed them out to me. It was interesting to see, but now it's time for some great Majors baseball tonight.
Stand out this season with the Jersey
Well, this guy's been a horse
Trophy.
on the mound.
Stand out this season with the
It is
Jersey
Luis
Acrylic
Perez
Trophy.
getting the
Starting at
nod
just
for the London
$15.95.
Majors. What do we
Fully
know about Luis
customizable with your
Perez
team's
coming
logo,
into his, I
colors,
believe,
and
third
player
appearance
details,
since
and
joining the
double-sided
Majors
for twice
organization?
the impact.
Yeah, his third appearance,
A custom
first
plate can be
start
attached to the
at
base for
home. His last start
personalized
coming
engraving on each
in
trophy.
Brantford back
Great for
on the
player recognition.
25th. He went
Ideal
6
for
innings,
keeper awards,
giving up 5. That was his second
participation
appearance. He
trophies,
went in
or
relief
end-of-season celebrations.
over in Hamilton back on the
Order yours
19th.
today
Went
at
2 innings,
nuthers.com
gave
or
up
call
3.
1-800-265-1554.
Here for his first start with the Majors. He's had a decent couple of appearances here for London. 8 innings, 6 runs given up against a pretty decent Kitchener Panther lineup that consists of a lot of power, a lot of speed as well. And we'll look at it here as we look at the lineup for you. Matteo Zeppieri will lead us off. He'll be at short. Oh, he'll be in right field, sorry. Petey Kiefer will be over at short, followed by Malik Williams, the Panthers' first baseman. Rafi Gross will take over the center's field spot, followed by Junior Ibarra, who will be Evan Elliott's catching partner for today. Trent Lawson is over in left, followed by Josh Williams, who will be the DH today. In the 7th spot, Zane Sconsi out there in left field, followed by Yosuke Fuji, who will be at third.
A little bit of a cleanup needed in behind home plate. The horses were on the field. I don't need to say anything else.
See, we were talking about it before the game. I was saying, imagine if it happened. I'm not sure if it did.
They caught it in time, and we are ready to go. Lewis, Jared Burney, and Tucker Zadunik in the outfield for the London Majors. David Dreyers, Michael Escato, Christian Anoa, and Trent Lenahan, the infield from left to right. And Eduardo De Olio in behind home plate as we are getting set for first pitch. It's delivered and in for ball 1. And we are underway here at 7:13 Eastern.
Teo Zeppieri, another guy who has been trying to get the bat going this year. Only a .225 average through his 29 games this season. A bit of a step back. He had a .289 last season through 22 games.
Well, Luis Perez, sorry to cut you off, partner. He is working very quickly. That is 3 very quick pitches. And here comes the 1-2. That one sent foul. He's not going to have a problem with a pitch clock.
Yeah, he likes to keep himself in a very quick rhythm, trying to keep the batters kind of out of it almost.
Here comes the 1-2. And that's in for strike 3, painting the outside edge. Zeppieri can't believe it. But there's one down here in the first.
What a start for Luis Perez. He throws 5 pitches in about the span of a minute, it feels like, and is able to get Zeppieri looking on a fastball on the outside, on the outer half.
Well, and that will bring up Petey Kiefer. Another lefty in this lineup as he pops one up. Eddie chasing it down, and that's going to go out of play.
Petey Kiefer, his first full season here in the CBL. Only played 8 games last season with the Panthers. Has played 30 this year. And has been pretty solid. A .266 average, an .850 OPS. In his 146 plate appearances, went 0 for 5 yesterday in Welland.
He's going to miss down and in for ball 1. Hitting .278 against righties compared to hitting just .229 against lefties. So favorable matchup when you consider all the lefties that London puts out. Perez gets the sign. Here comes the 1-1. That one's going to get by and into center field. Base hit here for Kiefer. Squared up to that one and just puts it right down the hole for a single.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there from Kiefer. Just brings it right back up the middle, as you said. A nice fastball that was kind of in the lower half from Perez. And with how good his fastball has been since his entrance to London, it's a good start here for Kitchener.
On with the man on. Here is Malik Williams. Had the big home run in the 8th inning 24 hours ago. That one goes in for a strike. Malik has been up there all season long when it comes to the average, has been above 400 all season long. Perez gets set, delivered to the outside, and it paints the edge for a strike.
And you've called him kind of an MVP candidate for this season, and it shows just by the numbers. A 1,200 OPS in 28 games. And is trying to reach into that top 10 for home runs, 9 so far on the year.
The runner's going to go, throw into second, and applies the tag. No doubt about it. Petey Kiefer was dead to rights. What a throw from Eduardo Di Olio.
He makes it look just so easy right there. That's a pitch that's down by the ankle. He's able to bring the hand up in a nice rhythm. And how about the throw there? Kiefer didn't even get into a slide by the time pitch was at second base.
Chopper to Escato, gets it on the hop, over to first in time, and the Majors face the minimum here in the first. Perez gives up the single to Petey Kiefer, but what a throw from Eddie Di Olio to catch him going on over to second base, and the Majors will come up to bat here in the home half of the first. Michael Escato, Trent Lenahan, and Christian Enoa due up here for the London Majors.
Yeah, and how about the quick first inning there from London, able to get through it with only facing 3 batters. You do give up the single, but it's quickly recovered thanks to your battery mate and Eddie Di Olio. And now the London lineup will come up against Evan Elliott, who has had a pretty good season. Escato will lead it off, as you said, followed by Lenahan and Enoa. Tucker Zadunic will take the cleanup spot, followed by Starling Joseph, who's really settled in at that 5 spot in this Majors lineup. Eduardo Di Olio will take the 6 spot, followed by David Dreyers with the hot weekend he had last week. Jordan Lewis will get in on the 8th spot, followed by Jared Burney, as they face Evan Elliott, who has had one of his more impressive seasons in the CBL through his first 3. Last season at a 6.86 ERA through 12 starts. Has a 6 through 10 this season. And his last appearance going just 6 days ago in Barrie, gave up 7 on 5 innings. He's trying to bounce back from that after giving up only 2 with the 2 starts before that.
One thing to note in tonight's lineup for the Kitchener Panthers, that outfield looks like Trent Lawson, Rafi Gross, and Matteo Zeppieri. Yasvani Penalve is on the bench here tonight, despite the fact he's hitting .462 in the month of July. So again, we're into that season where you're starting to get guys in to qualify for the postseason. I believe all 3 of them have already qualified, but trying to give some extended time in the outfield to know what you have, just in case one man goes down in crunch time.
Yeah, it's good to just give everybody a chance, and he's played 3 games in the last 5
Again, not that
games.
it matters, because it doesn't look like Kitchener's going to make the playoffs anyway.
But again, you never know.
Yeah.
Good to give players a break from time to time. He's played just about every game since coming back from the All-Star break.
Well, a guy that's been doing some damage all season, Michael Escato. When you talk about MVP candidates, he has been up there at times this season. Elliott will get set. First offering is in there for a strike. The rest of the defense, by the way, Yosuke Fuji is over at third. Petey Kiefer's at short. Zane Scansey is the second baseman, and Malik Williams is over at first with the usual catcher, Junior Ibarra, in behind home plate. That's going to miss on the outside.
It's almost hard not to call Michael Escato an MVP candidate. Has struggled his last couple of games, dating back to the first game, to the last game before the All-Star break.
That one's going to get through for a base hit. Well, he's been doing stuff like that all season, and that's why he's in the conversation. Doesn't need to hit for power per se, but just puts it in play and gets on base.
Yeah, and that's it. That's exactly what he's able to do. That's hit number 55 on the year for him, and he's just been so solid for this Majors squad, and that puts him up into second in the top 5 in hits, just 2 behind Jonah Weisner now.
This will set up Trent Lenahan, the first baseman, second in the league when it comes to total bases. as he'll take for strike one. 89 total bases for Trent Lenahan this year. Michael Escato in behind him at 88, now tied with him at 89. In fact, Ethan Mann is first with 93. Elliott checks on the runner. The 0-1. He's going to miss downstairs to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, and again, we can talk all day about how good this offense has been for the London Majors, and you go through the lineup, almost everybody's hitting 300. At least 300 this season. Lenahan, one of them at a 385.
The runner's going to go, but that one's launched into deep left center, and right to the wall it goes. Circling around is Escato. He's going to come in to score, and the Majors have taken a 1-0 lead on an RBI double from Trent Lenahan.
So as I talk about the offense, they show just how good they are. That's double number 8 on the year for Trent Lenahan, RBI number 27. That ties him with Michael Escato on the year. And before we can even get an out here mark, already 2 base hits, a single and a double, and a run scored here for London. This is just what they needed with the kind of struggles they've had the last couple of games.
Well, this will bring up Christian Inoa. 6 homers in the month of July alone. He has been hot this month. Reaching base more often than not, hitting .298, a .365 on base in July. Elliott checks on the runner at second. And that's going to paint the inside for a strike.
Yeah, you almost think how lucky was London just to get Christian Inoa. He was up with the Ottawa Titans of the Frontier League for the first couple of weeks of the year, and then came in just 10 games into the season. He's really been lighting it up here, a .345 average in just 22 games.
It's going to go in for ball 2 here on Inoa, the second baseman. London third last in the CBL when it comes to hitting for average with runners in scoring position, which is actually quite interesting to see. Here comes the 2-1. He'll send that one long foul. London hitting .285 with runners in scoring position, and that's not bad. That's not a bad stat whatsoever. But you compare it to the rest of the league, Welland at .344, Hamilton hitting .320 with runners in scoring position. Toronto's last hitting .241. This time's going to be called here.
Yeah, it has been a struggle with runners in scoring position. That's something London kind of needs to improve on in this last month of the year as we get really close to the playoffs now. Just 29 days until our final regular season game here at Labatt Park.
Here comes the 2-2. That one's sent high, and it'll be sent out of play and hits the grandstand here at Labatt Memorial Park. So on that last sequence, Evan Elliott shaking off Junior Ibarra a couple of times. I think he knew exactly where he wanted to go that time. See where he wants to go here now. Sees what he likes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Another one fouled back.
And this is turning into a really good at-bat here from Christian Inoa. He's been able to protect this entire time, and Elliott just can't really find a pitch right now that can get by him. It's been a real battle here.
Another pitch to income. Launched high. Foul ground. Fuji chasing after it, and that's going to go about 3 rows up in the seats. And a new baseball will come in. A lot of souvenirs here in the early going.
Yeah, it happens a lot. It really shows the kind of talent that's in this league, just how many battles we see at the plate, and great for the fans as well. I've been able to get a ball.
I couldn't for the life of me. Never happens.
Never?
Never. I had a baseball drop about a seat behind me at Rogers Center a couple years ago, but that's as close. The 2-2 and trying to freeze him up, but just misses on the outside. Tucker Zadunik on deck here for London, who have already staked themselves to a 1-0 lead and an RBI double from Trent Lenahan. As the ball flowers start to make their voices heard, that'll be sent foul. This has been a very lengthy at-bat.
Yeah, it's been really difficult to get Christian Noah out. To most of this season, he doesn't swing and miss at anything, really. 13 walks to 13 strikeouts for him, so the eye has always been there. It's been the pitching that kind of needs to get at him.
Pitch number 10 over to Fuji, over to first in time, and that'll retire Inoa. But that is the key right there. 10 pitches needed to get out of that at-bat. Christian Inoa really racking up that pitch count on Evan Elliott.
Yeah, and that was perfect for Christian Inoa to do. You want to get Elliott out as early as you can, really get the bullpen going for Kitchener. That's kind of been almost the Achilles heel for them this season. 8.93 ERA for this Kitchener bullpen in 129 innings.
Zadunik towers that one into foul ground. As everybody scrambles to look for that baseball. Elliott will try again, just one out. Here comes the 0-1. That one's launched high and deep to right field, and that one is gone! Tucker Zadunik with a 2-run blast to make it 3-0 London.
And his offense... This offense has really been rolling here in the first. That's home run number 8 for Tucker Zadunik. That makes it a 3-0 ball game. Still with only one away, and you still have kind of more damage control almost if you're Evan Elliott. You still have Starling Joseph and Eddie DiOlio due up here.
Here comes John Rizzo to have a conversation with his starter. 3-0 scoreline, and only one batter has been retired. That was Christian Inoa on the ground outs. As Kitchener very quickly trying to figure out what's going wrong here in this inning. The single to Escato, the double to Trent Lenahan all the way to the wall, and the home run. The key here so far, Owen, hard contact. It has been constant through these first 4 batters.
Yeah, and we even saw it with Petey Kiefer with the hard contact up the middle, but all 4 of these majors hitters have just really put the barrel to the ball nicely, and Tucker Zadunik maybe the best of them all.
As here is Starling Joseph. He was hitting nukes at batting practice, as he usually does, but there was a streak of about 4 or 5 in a row he was putting over the fence. Swings and misses at that one for strike 1, as some high heat comes in from Evan Elliott.
It almost seems like routine for Starling Joseph to just hit so many balls over the fence in batting practice. You see it every week that you're here, and he's been real confident.
I was going to miss on the inside. Well, here's a split for you. Starling Joseph against righties is hitting just .238 on the year, compared to hitting .310 against lefties. Very sizable split from lefty to righty. Here's the 1-1. That one misses on the inside. A very quick 3-0 lead here for London. Looking to add more. And that one's going to paint the inside edge for a strike. And you can see where Evan Elliott is placing that baseball, just trying to take it away from the power of that bat.
Yeah, and that was nicely on the corners. Joseph didn't really think it, but home plate umpire Steve Cochran made the call. As we go over your umpires today, Steve Cochran behind the plate and crew chief today. Mike Guthrow will be over at first, and Dana Case will be your third base umpire today.
Starling will step back in. It's another possibly lengthy at bat to come if he can continue to just waste some pitches. The 2-2 inbound. Another one sent foul. Pitch number 7 of the AB incoming.
And that's really been the highlight so far here in the first. Just so many pitches that have gone to waste because of how good London is at putting the bat to the ball. And Evan Elliott's nearly at 30 pitches at this point, if not already. It's been real good here for the London hitters.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Evan Elliott with some heat down the middle. That'll retire Joseph, his first strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that's a good way to get back to it if you're Evan Elliott. A nice strikeout there on Joseph after another long at bat. That was 8 pitches that time around, as he's kind of overpowered him on that pitch. Now you have 2 outs in the inning, still trying to get out of it any way you can.
Here is Eddie DeOlio, the number 6 hitter in the lineup. Eddie watches that one paint the outside for strike 1. David Dreyers, Jordan Lewis, Jared Burney rounding out 1 through 9 for the London Majors here tonight. Elliott delivers, crushed, back, and it's going to stay in the ballpark, and Trent Lawson will make the catch. Oh, the fans were out of their seats for that one. Eddie DeOlio coming close, but it stays in the park, and we will go to break. The London Majors stake to a 3-0 lead through 1 here at Labatt Memorial Park here on Majors TV. Welcome back to Majors TV here in London. It is a 3-0 Majors lead over the Kitchener Panthers as we head into the top of the second. It'll be Rafi Gross, Junior Ibarra, and Trent Lawson due up for the Kitchener Panthers wearing their baby blue alternate jerseys here tonight. That'll be taken in for ball one. 12 pitches needed for Luis Perez to get through the first.
Yeah, and what a first inning, was for the London Majors. You only go through 3 batters on the defensive side, then you put up 3 runs with your offense. That was very big for this London team to kind of get their confidence back after the tough loss earlier in the week.
1 ball, 1 strike. Chopper down the line. Dreyers will field it over at third. Throw over to first in time, and that'll retire Gross.
And yet again, making quick work here of this Kitchener lineup is Luis Perez. Talked to Rup Chanderdat before the game. He said there's so much confidence in Luis Perez that he's just able to go out. He knows what he needs to do, and he knows that he's able to do it.
There's strike 1 on Junior. Well, that's the key, right? The willingness is there. It's just the execution. That's a high bouncer right over to Dreyers, and he'll throw it over to first to record the second out of the inning. Left side of the infield rather busy here in the early going.
Yeah, David Dreyers back-to-back grounders right to him, and Luis Perez hasn't even thrown 10 pitches yet. We already got 2 away.
Well, again, through the first 2 appearances he's made, albeit one of them was him coming in from the bullpen, as that one's going to get away from him and nearly hit Trent Lawson. The strikeouts haven't exactly been there. Just 3 strikeouts recorded in each of his first 2 appearances. But he can still get it done with the defense in behind him. As that's going to miss for ball number 2 here on Lawson.
Yeah, the strikeouts aren't exactly a big issue. The issue is, or the goal is just to get the soft contact, get the easy outs, and make it through with relative ease through all your appearances. And that's just all Rup Chanderdat wants to see out of his pitchers, just the ability and the confidence to get out of innings quickly and efficiently to get the offense rolling.
The 2-1. That one's put into center field. Sounded like a broken bat, but Trent Lawson will take it. He gets on with a base hit.
Yeah, that was a fastball in on the hands. It got him right around the handle of the bat. He was able to just poke it out in the center. A nice job there from Trent Lawson.
You can just feel it sometimes when you get that pitch in on the hands. Just kind of that vibration that you feel when you make contact with the baseball. It's a lot to control. As here is the lefty Josh Williams batting DH tonight. The former London Major will take one inside for ball 1. Missing upstairs, 2-0 here on Josh.
And Josh Williams has had a good year himself, enough to deserve an all-star spot this season alongside his brother Malik. A .254 average in 24 games this season.
Perez sees what he likes, and Josh says, I'm just going to throw that one into the seats and out of play. Well, Josh has had regular duties with the Panthers as the DH, as that's going to be strike number 2. Coming into the year, he and Malik seemed like they were going to be a platoon over at first base, but with Malik, the way he's been hitting all season long, Panthers have been keeping him there regularly all season long. The 2-2. That's going to miss downstairs to put the count full.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have. Doesn't hurt to have both brothers in the lineup. You have a righty and a lefty. It's big for you, and if you're Kitchener and they've been playing well this season, and to put Josh in the DH spot, keeping Malik over on the defensive side at first.
I was going to miss upstairs for ball 4, and Josh will take first base on the free pass. So that'll put runners on first and second here for Zane Scansey. First walk issued of the game by Perez. And that'll put a runner in scoring position here for Kitchener, who remain down 3-0.
You know, a good chance to bring a run in. You've had back-to-back hits now after the quick 2 outs. Bit of speed over there at second base as well.
That's going to go in there for a strike here on Scansey. Scansey hitting just .231 on the year. The on base above 300. Checking on the runner. The 0-1. That one is going to get through the hole. Base hit. Circling around third is Lawson. He gets the wave home. He'll come in to score. The Panthers are on the board. RBI single from Zane Scansey.
So that's now 3 straight hits here for the Kitchener Panthers in the second inning. All of them being 2 out base hits. It's been really...
Well, Williams got the walk.
Oh, sorry. 2 base hits, but 3 straight base runners, I mean. And it's been a good comeback inning here for the Panthers. Is now they're on the board.
And the switch hitter, Yosuke Fuji, will swing and miss at that one for strike 1. Hits a lot better from the left side than he does on the right. Hits the majority of his hits being a lefty. The 0-1. Chopper down the line. That one's grabbed by Lenahan, and he'll just take it to the bag himself and retire the side. The Panthers get a couple of base runners. They bring one home, but the London Majors lead this one 3-1 as Luis Perez running into a little bit of trouble in there late. He only gives up the 1, but want to try to settle that down a little bit.
Yeah, and you want to, but of course it is early. There's still so much baseball to be played. Obviously, unfortunate for him that he does give up the run. However, it could have definitely been worse. So a positive there with still having the lead as Kitchener goes through 6 of their 9 hitters. Now you have 7, 8, 9 here for London in Dreyers, Lewis, and Bernie, all of which who have been pretty good at getting on base in the last couple of games. Obviously, Jordan Lewis has only played about 3 games for the Majors and looking to continue on his path and maybe try and get a run back in if you're London, keep the 3-run lead.
Well, let's talk about David Dreyers for a moment. Yes, he doesn't record a hit on Tuesday, but a big hit for him on Sunday, the walk-off over the Hamilton Cardinals. So in a big game situation, David Dreyers, he's been able to get it done recently.
Yeah, he has, and 2 for 3 against Hamilton and 2 walks as well in that, and then going back just the day before, went 2 for 4, 5 RBIs in an 8-3 win versus the Brantford Red Sox. Sorry. It's just been so strong for him the last week. He's still trying to keep that going. Started last weekend with about a 210 average, is up to a 253 now.
So Dreyer's busy on defense. See what he can do with the bat. The lefty takes a first pitch strike right down the middle. Dreyer's hitting .296 in the month. He's not going to have a chance to hit there as he takes one on the leg, and he'll just trot on over to first on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, it was an off-speed that just kind of got away from Evan Elliott there. It's been a struggle for him to start this ball game. Now you have a runner on base already in this one.
Well, this will bring up Jordan Lewis, the speedy outfielder. Holds off on the bunt. Junior thinking about throwing to first, but holds back. And that'll be ball number one. Lewis, 2 for 8 since arriving here in London. The graduate of Florida National University. 1 ball, 1 strike here on the speedy righty. Elliott thinking about first base, throws on over and keeps Dreyers a little bit closer to the bag there.
Yeah, they've really had their eye on him early in this one. David Dreyers doesn't have a stolen base this season.
And that'll go in for a strike, and you can see the impact that Jordan Lewis has, the way he squares up the bunt. Yosuke Fuji is about halfway to home by the time that pitch gets to home plate. Really trying to cut down the bunt. Now it's a 2-strike count, and not going to try this time. As he'll lace one into right field. It goes deep and all the way to the wall. Circling around second is Lewis. Getting the wave home is Dreyers. He's going to come in to score, and it is a RBI triple for Jordan Lewis. 4-1 London.
Yeah, and you just talked about the kind of presence he brings to this Majors team. He has so much speed out there in the field. He showed it right there with a triple. His 3rd hit of the year. First one that's not a single for Jordan Lewis, and his 2nd RBI as well. And it's almost the same as the last inning. You have a run store with back-to-back hits before you even get an out to start the inning.
Well, now it's the number 9 hitter in Jared Burney. He's got some speed on the base path as he will take up for strike 1 as it just clips the zone. And we talked about the offense during the pregame, Owen. Looking to try to pick it up a little bit after that offense sort of stymied in Guelph on Tuesday rather. They're getting it done early here.
Yeah, and they are, and it's just been really impressive to see how they've been able to do it. You have a double, a single, a homer, and a triple already in this ball game. So as a team, you have the cycle. However, also a 3-run lead that you need to keep.
More importantly, add on to it as the infield is playing into the grass. Nobody out. The 1-2. Swing, and he got a piece of it. They're going to need Junior to take a moment.
And that one kind of got a big piece of Junior Ibarra. Went right off the mast and just kind of fly off it. Fly off the helmet of his.
He's taken a few of those in his day. Once he takes a moment, he'll be all right. Looks like he's all good. One of the better defensive catchers in the league. At the time he was signed initially in Kitchener a number of years ago, was said to be the best defensive catcher in the Cuban system. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The offering into the dirt. Junior keeps that in front of him.
Yeah, it's always great to see these two teams play, only really because of a defensive catcher matchup that we have. Eddie DiOlio versus Junior Ibarra, 2 of the best in the league. Really been showing it off so far.
Pitch count up to 33 here for Elliott. The delivery in for strike 3. He got him. Second strikeout for Elliott. And there's one away here in the second.
Well, that's good for Elliott to get back in there. Get a very important first out here, as London's still trying to add on to this lead that they've built early.
Well, here's Michael Escato for the second time around. He had a single back in the first. Later came around to score on the double from Lenahan. And Escato will put that in play. It drops in shallow right. That'll drive home a run. Escato thinking 2, and he'll get in there sliding. Aggressive early in the count. Escato gets it done again.
Yeah, and first pitch swinging for Michael Escato. That was kind of a jam shot. The fastball in on the hands that he's able to push the other way. The outfielders have been playing a big shift to the left-hand side here because of how many righties are in this lineup.
This will be the second mound visit, by the way, for John Rizzo here on Evan Elliott, as there is some activity in the bullpen now for the Kitchener Panthers.
Yeah, and as I was saying, the kind of defensive shift that Kitchener's been having here has kind of come back to bite them. You've had the Lewis triple because of a ball down the right field line, then the Escato jam shot to bring him around. Maybe we need to change something up here.
Oh, and misses downstairs. Trent Lenahan with a double in the first inning, opened the scoring. And that one's going to get through the hole. Base hit. Trotting over to third is Escato on the single. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered from the top 2 hitters on this team. The 1-2, both with a single and a double here tonight.
Yeah, already 6 hits in this ball game. All 4 of them coming from Escato and Lenahan here. Each of them with a double and a single. Some action in the Kitchener bullpen already.
Looks to be Owen McNeil getting warmed up. Usually a starter for this team. Had the start on Sunday and got roughed up in that Welland game.
If he were to come in, this would be his first bullpen appearance.
That one's laced high. This is going to stay in the ballpark. Gross gets underneath and he'll make the catch. A throw in and not in time. Escato comes in to score to make it 5-1. Or 6-1.
Yeah, and this just keeps rolling, back-to-back 3-run innings.
And wait just a moment here. I think they're going to say he didn't touch the bag in time. He didn't tag up properly, according to the home plate umpire. He just got called out. We remain at 5-1. Escotto didn't like it, but home plate umpire Steve Cochran was emphatic about it as we are going to go to break. It's 5-1 London through 2.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca. Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we trying, keep shining, living in a world where we colliding.
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Shine on.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Let me into my zone.
Welcome back to Majors TV. Mark Pare, Owen Taylor here in the booth. Evan Fredrickson is at field level. Top half of the third, squaring up to bunt there was Matteo Zeppieri. And he'll take for strike one. Just trying to get another look at that last play. It does look like Escotto
what's your least
went a little bit early, didn't tag up properly.
Oh, you brought fish. Okay.
As that one is off the glove of Lenahan, base hit, and slipping is Zeppieri. He'll get in properly, but he went into the grass. Looked like he was trying to circle first to go over into second, but losing his footing in the grass. It'll be a base hit nonetheless. But that is a tough break for Zeppieri, who was thinking too.
Yeah, and how about that hard hit ball? We said it earlier. That's kind of been one of the storylines. How much we've seen of just absolute barrels from these hitters on both sides. Zeppieri shows it off right there. He's now 1 for 2 today.
The offering in for Petey Kiefer. He hit a single in the first, but was caught stealing on a sensational throw from Eddie DeOlio from in behind home plates. Perez gets set throw into first, not in time. Keeping an extra eye on Zeppieri. He is a stolen base threat. In fact, any of these Panthers are stolen base threats. They're 76 for 95 on stolen bags this year. Second in the league, only to Welland. As that one is going to get over to Escotto. He gets one, throw into first, he got him! And Petey Kiefer can't believe it. The double play turned, and Kiefer has a couple of words for first base umpire Mike Guthrow.
What a play from Michael Escotto from the opposite side of the second base bag. He's able to get the flip from Inoa, and as he's able to barehand it, and what a throw from him. It almost looked like Kiefer was already only 3 steps away from the bag, and How about the arm straight there from the Major's second baseman?
On a slow roller. A big-time opportunity as that one's snagged by Escato. He'll throw it over to first in time as for the second time in 3 innings, a base runner gets on, but the London Majors face the minimum. A great inning rebounding for the London Majors there, giving up the single to Matteo Zeppieri, not being fazed by it, and they get the outs. And just a spectacular double play by Petey Kiefer on that.
Yeah, it almost seems like even with a base runner on, it doesn't exactly matter for this Majors defense. They're still able to get through the inning with ease. You saw in the first inning with the Petey Kiefer caught stealing. You see it right there with the Petey Kiefer double play. A bit of an unfortunate night for him early on as we're through 2.5. So now you have 4, 5, 6 coming up for the Majors. Tucker Zadunik, who had that 2-run shot to make it 3-0.
We're going to throw it down to field level. Evan Fredrickson, what do you got?
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Luis Perez has been nothing but an efficient starter since he's come to the Majors. In his 3 appearances and now his second start, despite the inflated ERA at 6.75, his FIP is more than a run lower than that. He's a pitcher that can generate strikeouts, but as you guys can see, when he's got a good defense behind him, he can put the ball in play, and he can generate a lot of outs. And when it comes to September baseball, he's going to be a very, very good weapon for the Majors for the back end of their rotation. Guys.
Thank you very much, Evan. Yes, Luis Perez just provides a little bit of a different look, right? That's really what the London Majors needed coming into the transaction deadline. You're very lefty heavy, not only in your starting rotation, but also coming out of the bullpen too. Yes, Skylar Janice is a righty, and he is your everyday closer, but very lefty heavy, but you get a guy like Luis Perez who is a righty and can eat up a lot of minutes for you. That's going to bode well for you going into the postseason.
Yeah, and it's going to be really big for this Majors lineup, as you said, with how many lefties they have, both as a starter with Pimentel, Tees, and Payano, and then in the bullpen you have Springer, Laird, and Dusty Davidson, bringing in guys like Luis Perez and Daniel Rafali. It's big for you. You kind of get the mix of lefty-righty in there. You have the option anytime you want. It's really big here.
That one's going to miss upstairs on Tucker Zadunik. Hit a big home run back in the first. Looks like Owen McNeil is ready to go. But they're going to see how Evan Elliott can fare here in the third.
Yeah, if you're Kitchener, you want to get him through this inning. With kind of limited damage, you don't really want to give up another run, really put yourself in a hole with 6 innings to play. And Owen McNeil will have to eat up a couple of innings as well.
I was going to miss on the outside, and you see the expression from Evan Elliott. Did not like that call whatsoever from the home plate umpire. Just telling him, what do I got to get a strike here? He'll get reset. The 2-2. That's going to miss on the outside. That's going to be ball 3. Well, and more importantly, when you think about Owen McNeil possibly coming into this ball game, he was probably your starter going into tomorrow against Guelph if you're Kitchener. You had Dionis Rodriguez pitch 6 innings last night in the loss to Welland. The 3-2, right by Evan Elliott. And into center field it goes. Base hit for Tucker Zadunik. And Owen McNeil is getting the arm ratcheted up. Still no call to the pen as of yet, as he's going to throw a few more warm-up pitches there in the bullpen. And you even go back, if you're Kitchener, again, Rodriguez. You have the game last night. Tuesday night, you also had Jorge Mignetti go for you as well. So, if you have to have Owen McNeil come into this game, this is not going to bode well for you going into tomorrow night's game against the Guelph Royals. As that one skied high and out of play. Guelph Royals team that has been red hot as of late. 2 straight wins, including that Tuesday night win over London. They beat Barrie on Wednesday. And tonight, of course, the Royals are in action in Brantford. So you might see a bullpen game if you're the Kitchener Panthers tomorrow night if Owen McNeil comes in. It seems like more and more that's going to be the case. It's just a matter of when, not if, because nobody else is warming up there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with tomorrow's game.
You go Ben Hewitt? It'll be interesting to see for sure. 1 strike here on Starling, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That's going to go in there for a strike.
You can go Ben Hewitt. You can even go Trey Cruz, who's a guy
that's right.
They just picked up not too long ago that we haven't seen him in any action just yet in a Kitchener uniform.
Well, and Ben Hewitt went 4 innings against Hamilton on Tuesday, as that one's going to be sent foul. Which, if you look back at last night's game, if you're the Panthers, kind of a blessing in disguise that you only went with 3 pitchers. Ernesto Punales pitched a couple of innings. Jake Liberta came in the late stages of that one. Two-strike count here on Starling. Setting up outside is Junior. The delivery, and that is going to miss.
Again,
did not miss by much, though.
Another really close call. It's been kind of unpredictable at the bottom part of the zone there, and a little bit of luck maybe for Sterling Joseph.
The 1-2. That one is over the head of Yosuke. Into left field it goes. Starling gets on with a base hit. The hits continue here for the London Majors.
I mean, there's nothing much you can really say about this lineup. You've only gone through 3 innings, and each inning, your first 2 batters have reached base every time. So with Eddie Diolio up now, a chance to do damage, and again, a runner in scoring position, something they need to improve on as we get later into this ball game.
Runners on first and second. Eddie is 0 for 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Evan Elliott looking to get out of a jam. He's given up 8 hits already in this game. As time is going to be called. Swing and a miss for strike 2. As Elliott will look to get reset. Needs a big out here.
He does. And it's another 2-strike count here for Evan Elliott. Only 1 strikeout so far. He hasn't really found anything to beat these London hitters.
Elliott gets set. The 0-2. That one over the head. That's a fair ball. Down the left field line. Circling around home is Tucker Zadunik. The brakes put on Sterling Joseph. That will make it 6-1 London. as Evan Elliott is getting absolutely rocked in this one.
Well, there's your sixth. Had the chance to do it last inning. A little unfortunate for Estado. He kind of left early, but you do now have that 5-run lead. Owen McNeil has kind of stopped throwing over there in the Kitchener bullpen. He looks ready to go if this really gets out of hand here for Evan Elliott.
David Dreyers will take a first pitch strike on the inside half. Dreyers was hit by a pitch back in the second and came around to score on the triple from Jordan Lewis. 9 hits for London, still in the third inning. That'll even the count.
Man, this has to be really difficult for Evan Elliott. You're throwing a lot of good pitches. It's just you're only just missing the zone by half an inch to an inch every time, and it's gotta be tough on you.
For just joining us in this inning, a single from Tucker Zadunik, a single from Starling Joseph, a double from Eddie DeOlio. Dreyers, the fourth hitter of the inning. Takes one on the outside. Still without an out. As Elliott's pitch count nearing 60. The 2-2. That's going to miss on the outside half.
So again, another 3-2 count here for a Majors hitter, as they've really been working Evan Elliott.
The 3-2, that one sent high into center field. Rafi Gross gets it. Starling tags up. He'll come in to score and add the extra point to the touchdown. It's 7-1. Sack fly for David Dreyers.
Yeah, this has really been one of the best games we've seen from this London offense so far. 7 runs. You've only recorded 6 outs, which is crazy to say. I mean, it's not something you're able to say almost every game. It really goes to show how dominant they've been tonight.
That's going to go right down the middle for strike one here on Jordan Lewis, who hit that triple to the right field wall in the last inning. The 0-1 puts it in the same spot. That's going to get down. Coming home is Eddie DeOlio. 8-1 London as the route continues here on a Friday night.
It really just keeps coming for you. If you're the London Majors, that's already your 10th hit of the game, your 8th run of the game. And we still haven't seen Owen McNeil. We haven't seen Owen McNeil throw for the last couple of at-bats here. So it's really...
And you really have to wonder why you're not going to McNeil at this stage. Warmed up, stopped, got in another warm-up, and now he's just standing there and waiting for his assignment.
Yeah, and especially as a starter who can really eat up innings, where he can, even in relief, he can still come in for the 4th, 5th inning, for 4 or 5 innings, sorry.
It's going to go across for a strike here on Jared Burney, who struck out.
As you've just kind of left Evan Elliott out to dry.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. And you look at Owen McNeil on Sunday. Yes, he got roughed up, gave up 11 runs, 8 of them earned off of 6 hits. He only went 1 2/3 in that one. So relatively fresh arm considering the low output for him 5 days ago. Only faced 16 batters. Only 42 pitches in that one as well, as that one's going to be sent foul.
Yeah, it'll be something to think about. Pitching coaches now out there, as they're huddled up around the bullpen. He may be coming in anytime soon now.
Well, it's yet to be seen. Runner on first. Here is the offering. Down the line, foul. That'll keep the count at 1-2.
Again, Jared Burney able to fight good pitches off and keep the at-bat going. Struck out his last time up.
The 1-2. Flared high. Zeppieri camping underneath it in right, looking for it. He'll make the catch. 2 away here in the third. And I think if you're the Kitchener Panthers, just the way I can read body languages and whatnot, I think you're just hoping you can get Evan Elliott out of the third inning here, and you can get Owen McNeil in with a clean inning instead of having him come into the ball game with runners on base. As third time around the order, here's Michael Escato. And Escato will put that one out of play. Put in a double his last time up. A single and a double for Escato here tonight.
Yeah, it does seem that way, though. They'll have Elliott finish this inning out and then bring it onto the bullpen.
Escato down the line, foul. As touched on, Escato among the league leaders for total bases. One behind Trent Lenahan at this very moment. The 0-2. Right to Kiefer. Over for 1 for the force out, and that'll do it. But another 3 coming to score for the London Majors. We are through 3 here at Labatt Memorial Park. It is the London Majors 8, the Kitchener Panthers 1 here on Majors TV.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat. Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Welcome back to Majors TV. Mark Pare, Owen Taylor here in the booth. As the kids just ran the bases, and I know Dylan Baker's a stickler for the kids touching the bases. I think they did a bang-up job.
They did, and they did a good job back on Sunday as well, and it seemed like everyone touched the bases on that one. Dylan was pretty pleased there. As we
got some substitutions on defense here to keep in mind, as Luis Perez still out there for the London Majors on the hill. Of note, Jaden Babia coming in for David Dreyers.
So Michael Escato actually is out of this ball game. David Dreyers has moved out to short. Jaden Babiak will take Escato's spot in the lineup. He's over at third base right now.
Little bit of a mixture, that's for sure, as the defense switched up quite a bit. Yeah, Babiak is going to be at third, as Rafi Gross will step in here for the Kitchener Panthers. It'll go Gross, Ibarra, and Lawson. As we kick off the fourth with strike number one.
So we're unsure what happened to Michael Escato. I don't see him in the dugout right now. It didn't look like there was...
That one's going to be flared into center field, and that'll be grabbed on the run.
It didn't look like there was any issue when he came up to the plate to end the inning. Maybe it was he tweaked something in his swing a little bit. But either way, an unfortunate loss here for the Majors.
Ibarra will flare that one high, and it'll go into foul ground, and Babia comes over to make the catch. Or rather, David Dreyers is over at third, so. Or over at short. So right now it is Babiak, Dreyers, and Noah Lenahan on the infield, going from left to right. And here's Trent Lawson. Takes one on the outside for strike number one. 8-1. London with the lead.
Yeah, yet again, just two quick outs here for Luis Perez. He's really been on a roll in this ball game.
One. Did he go around? No. The appeal over to the first base umpire, Mike Guthrow, says no. This is exactly what you need if you're Luis Perez. Like you said, two quick outs. Could face the minimum here, as that one's going to miss on the inside edge. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Trent Lawson. He had a single back in the second. The offering, swing, he gets just a piece of it.
Came back and hit Steve Cochran as well. He's a bit shaken up from that one. He might need a second.
Yeah, here comes Roop Chandradat, and the umpires are going to come in and check on Steve Cochran.
It looks to be all right.
It's a round of applause here from the Labatt Park faithful, and you always like to see that, the umpires getting cheers.
You don't see
at the crowd. You don't see that.
No, you don't see it a lot. It's you get the boo once they walk out, and then.
Well, when the Imperial March is playing through the speakers, I think it's kind of a given.
It's hard not to.
Here comes the 3-2. Foul back. So just so we're clear here as well, Babiak over to third. Dreyers is in at short. Escato is out of the game, and Babiak will take over the batting position of Escato, as that one is going to get through the hole for a base hit. Trent Lawson is 2 for 2, a pair of singles for number 4. Trying to give the Panthers some life here in the 4th.
So we've really kind of seen a bit of a pattern here so far for this Kitchener offense. The first inning, you do get a base runner. However, he was quickly taken out. And you only have 3 batters. Then you go into the second inning, 2 quick outs, then a base hit. The third inning the same as the first, and now we do it all over again.
This is Josh Williams takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Perez, pitch number 40 incoming. Missing on the outside, into first base, and did not apply the tag in time. Fans didn't like it. It was a bit of a 50-50, as Trent Lawson had to really stretch that one out to get it in time.
Yeah, nice. Good job to get back with Trent Lawson. Lenahan really thought he had him over there at first, and he really was just kind of caught out in the open from Eddie Diolio.
That one's going to be sent into the seats. Josh Williams walking back in the second inning. Part of a stretch of 3 straight base runners in that second, where the Panthers were able to put on a run. The bottom of the order been doing some damage for the visitors tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Josh. Fouls that one back again.
Good work to battle through this for Josh Williams. He's a big power guy, and with that, most of the time comes a lot of strikeouts as well. 27 strikeouts to 6 walks on the year.
Well, there's another one, as Josh Williams will strike out. Just the second strikeout of the game for Luis Perez, as we're going to head to the home half of the 4th, and the London Majors hold on to this 8-1 lead as Luis Perez, and he's rolling.
He is rolling. Only 1 run through 4 innings while giving up 5 hits in that span. He's really given this London offense a lot of time to work. He's been getting through innings quickly, and that's been really big for this offense to really keep a rhythm going and just get everything in order.
Well, on the other side, meantime, Evan Elliott, not the greatest of starts for him. He gets through 3. Owen McNeil is now in the ball game for the Kitchener Panthers. As we told you, only got about 5 outs on Sunday in that 30-8 blowout loss to the Welland Jackfish, looking for some better luck here this time around.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate outing there for McNeil, and inflated his ERA to a 9.82 on the season, as he's really trying to find his footing through 9 starts, totaling 33 innings pitched. He's given up 36 earned runs in that span, so a difficult spot that he gets put in here for the bottom of the 4th, and again, a very dangerous London lineup who has been hot so far tonight.
And it's going to be the heart of the order for Owen McNeil to start off against in Trent Lenahan, Christian Inoa, and Tucker Zadunik due up here. Trent Lenahan 2 for 2, a double and a single on his ledger here tonight. And McNeil now tasked with trying to shut down this red-hot offense. See how quickly things can change when you start to pick up some hits if you're the London Majors, as that one's going to miss on the outside. Before the game, we're talking about an offense that sort of stymied in that game against Guelph, albeit the offense was solid in the win over Hamilton on Sunday. But kind of that Jekyll and Hyde if you're the London Majors this week. Get all the hits, you get the win, you go into Guelph, you run into a red-hot Elvin Liriano, and now you come here against Kitchener on a Friday night, and the offense is picking up yet again.
Yet again, that's just the ups and downs of baseball.
As that one's going to get through into left field, a base hit for Lenahan. He's 3 for 3, folks.
Have a day, Trent Lenahan, 3 for 3 in just 4 innings. 2 singles and a walk on his ledger. Now it's Christian Inoa, who's kind of had the opposite outcome so far.
Well, meantime, quickly as the trainer's going to come out and check. Looks like that's Petey Kiefer. Seems to be favoring something in his left leg. I don't know if it's cramping up or something there. Wasn't really tasked all that much on that base hit from Lenahan, but it's like Rafi Gross is in there giving the thumbs up to the trainers over there on the London side. Looks like they'll be all right. Quickly, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. 4 games happening across the CBL. Welland with a 7-1 lead in Chatham. That in the top half of the 4th. Of note, Grayson Barrett returning to Chatham-Kent for the first time since the trade before the transaction deadline. And wouldn't you know it, a grand slam home run for Grayson Barrett. 1-1 Guelph and Brantford in the top of the 6th, and it's top 4 in Hamilton. Barrie with a 2-0 lead. That one's going to miss on the outside.
Against his former team as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Top of the 1st. And a balk is going to be called. They're going to call the balk on McNeil.
So again, a runner in scoring position here for the Majors.
Nothing going right for the Panthers as that one skied high into foul ground, and that's going to go foul just on the other side of the fence. That had a whole lot of power underneath and from Christian Inoa, just didn't have the accuracy.
Yeah, and he had just kind of got under it just slightly. Wasn't exactly able to get the right launch angle on that ball. However, does have another chance.
Inoa 0 for 2. And another balk is going to be charged to McNeil. And McNeil approaching home plate, wondering what is going on. And now Pete Kiefer coming out of the dugout. Over to third goes Lenahan. 2 balks on Owen McNeil. And all he can do is shake his head.
Yeah, not really sure what's going on.
Well, look for the foot. That's a chopper on the infield. That's going to stay fair. Fuji over to first and can't apply the tag. And a runner's going to come home as the ball gets loose into right field. 9-1 London. As those two balks come to bite the Panthers. I don't know if that's going to be an error charged on anybody, as that was a great play from Yosuke Fuji. He got it over there. But it looked like Inoa had crossed paths with Malik Williams, and it is going to be an error charged to Malik Williams. That'll be a strike here on Tucker Zadunik, a single and a home run. The E3 on the board on that last play. And London is cooking again. Down the line, foul. And into a crowd of kids who had to scatter.
Tucker Zadunik has really been swinging it well so far tonight. The single and the home run for him. He's 2 for 2. You saw just another hard hit ball right there on that pitch.
The 0-2, skied high. Rafi Gross will hold off, and Trent Lawson will come over to make the catch. So there's one down. Here in the fourth, Starling Joseph will come up here.
And Joseph, he's 1 for 2 today. A single and a run scored for him. He has a man on base here. And again, we talked about it earlier, just the way he performs during batting practice, how many balls he's able to hit out. I've seen him hit one out onto the bridge out there as well.
That one's going to get by Ibarra. And into scoring position goes Inoa. As the game continues to unravel for the visitors.
And again, just how he's able to swing during batting practice. We've seen it during games as well, just the kind of power he's got in his swing. And anytime he's up, you almost expect him to kind of hit one out.
It's a big hack there from Starling Joseph. Joseph 1 for 2 with a single. A runner on second. The 1-1 offering. It's going to miss at the knees for ball 2. One thing of note here for Owen McNeil, in that last start against Welland, ran into a lot of trouble because of the walks. Two balls, one strike here. It's going to miss on the outside, 3-1. You go back to that Owen McNeil start as the ball flowers come out here. Issued a couple of walks in the first. Ended up walking a couple more in the second, and the scoreline just elevated. It was 11 runs for Welland through 2. As there is another walk issued in the matter of 5 days here for Owen McNeil.
This has really been just...
You cannot allow free base runners like that.
No, you can, and it's been real unfortunate both for Owen McNeil and this Kitchener pitching staff. That is the second free pass Kitchener's given up today. It was the Dreyer's hit by pitch back in the second. That was the first.
Eddie will watch that one miss outside.
And now we look for how far these ball flowers can go.
They can count quite high, can't they?
I'm sure they can.
Now, if they're facing a pitcher who doesn't speak English,
does it really make an effect?
Do you think they can switch it to Spanish, perhaps? Count up in Espanol.
That might be a little tough. We might have to.
Hey, if you can teach Spanish, the 2-0 is going to miss on the outside. Throw into first and applying the tag. No, Starling gets in there in time, and Malik argues it there for a moment. Starling struggled to just barely stay on the bag there.
That one was really close. Again, they get the man kind of caught at first.
The ball flowers really going in on McNeil here. A 3-0 pitch incoming. That's going to go across for a strike.
However, a season high for our ball flowers. It's the first time they've gone to 8 this year.
Couple of checks over at second. The 3-1 is going to miss on the outside, and that is ball 4 to load the bases.
So back-to-back walks for Owen McNeil. It loads the bases here, and with only one away, you still have a huge chance to put up so much damage here for London. Even with your 7-hitter up to the plate.
Oh, this is David Dreyers. He hit a sac fly into center field his last time up. Crushes that one down the line. That's going to drop for a base hit. London will reach double figures as another run will come in to score. RBI single for David Dreyers. It's 10-1 London.
It's been so impressive to see what these hitters have been able to do, and really this entire game, Kitchener has kind of been kind of playing to that left-hand side on the outfield. It's really got to hurt them so far in this one.
Here is Jordan Lewis, a single and a triple. That's going to paint the inside for a strike.
Two for two is Lewis, a triple and a single.
The 0-1 offering. It's going to miss in the dirt to even the count at 1-1. Joseph on third, Eddie DeOlio on second, Dreyers on first. A 10-1 lead. London looking to break it open even more. Into the dirt it goes, 2-1.
Yeah, Owen McNeil has really struggled to find the zone. As you said, 5 days ago, he had 4 walks. He's already got 2 today, so.
And it's similar to Sunday as well, as we await the 2-1. That one's going to miss on the outside. Of the pitches that were thrown by Owen McNeil on Sunday, 50% for strikes versus balls. An even split. And we're seeing around the same right here with pitch number 21 incoming. The 3-1 upstairs, and that's going to walk in a run. And here comes the pitching coach, John Rizzo, to have a conversation. A third run this inning for the London Majors.
Yeah, a third run and a third walk for Owen McNeil. It hasn't been the outing he's been hoping for. Only has one out so far in the inning.
Well, this is already the third mound visit for the Panthers. McNeil among the league leaders for walks issued. It's actually third in the CBL coming into tonight. Had issued 25 walks. Anthony Porcelato, a reliever for Brantford, has walked 30 this year. Elvin Liriano from Guelph, 11 appearances, 9 starts, has walked 28 coming into tonight. As the Ballflowers continue their onslaught. Into the dirt it goes. As here is Jared Burney with the bases loaded.
Yeah, Burney 0 for 2 today. This is our 8th hitter of the inning.
That one's sent deep into right center. Eddie comes home. It gets all the way to the wall. Circling around third. A base clearing double for Jared Burney. 14-1 London as they are running away with it.
So we're about to get through the entire order now for London. Make that 6 runs in the inning. As it has been a total onslaught here for the London Majors against this Kitchener Panther pitching staff. As what an inning it's been, what a night it's been.
This is Jaden Babiak. Takes one on the outside for strike one. Babiak coming in for Michael Escato, who exited the ball game for an undisclosed reason. The 0-1, missing upstairs. Six runs in this inning alone. London pressing for more, as that one's going to be flared back.
Yeah, and Jaden Babiak's another guy who can put up some really big at-bats for you. Again, a guy who doesn't strike out often. He can really get the bat to the ball in any way, really. He's just able to protect so well when he's up to the plate.
Here comes the 1-2. Missing inside, evens the count. The ninth hitter of the inning for the London Majors. With Trent Lenahan on deck. He started this with a single and a couple of balks charged to Owen McNeil. Allowed him to go to third and ultimately coming home. That one's going to miss on the outside, puts the count full at 3-2. As the Ballflowers by the end of the night might need a few fisherman's friends. I got a full pack up here, folks. Crushed. Into center field it goes, and Rafi Gross will make the catch.
So there's your second out of the inning. The last batter to get out was Tucker Zadunik, who's due up about 2 batters from now.
And Trent Lenahan has just been on a roll. He's been crushing the baseball, 2 singles and a double, and launches that one high. This one's going to stay in the ballpark. Zeppieri gets underneath it. He'll make the catch. We are through 4 here in London. 14-1 the score here on Majors TV.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can. Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Nother's blank and stock metals deliver impact without compromise. Fully customizable with UV full color printing or 3D printing to showcase your logo, event name, or design. 1- or 2-sided printing available. Some stock metals have a recessed area for adding plates for divisions, names, and more. Each metal includes a stock neck ribbon or upgrade to a custom ribbon with your branding. Just allow for lead time. Versatile, customizable, affordable.
Explore your options at Nothers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Smoke alarms expire after 10 years. Check the date and test your smoke alarm today.
A working smoke alarm is a gift the whole family can enjoy.
Follow us online at LDNONT Fire.
Welcome back to Majors TV. Mark Pare, Owen Taylor here in the booth. Evan Fredrickson at field level. 14-1 London. As Luis Perez offers, that one's chopped by Zane Scanty. Long throw over to first and in time as Trent Lenahan with a good pick to record the first outs. Another defensive change by Roop Chanderdat. Jarrett Burney will come out of the ball game out in center, and Ryder Hancock will take his place. So the outfield is now Lewis, Hancock, and Zadunik from left to right. Of course, Babiak came in to replace Michael Escato, as here's Yosuke Fuji. Dreyer's moved to short, and Babiak still over at third. The 1-0, that one is going to miss upstairs. Just 5 hits for the Panthers. As Luis Perez has retired 6 of his last 7 that he's faced, as there's a swing and a miss. Yosuke Fuji put one right to the first baseman his last time up. A hill to climb here for the Panthers. That's going to miss at the knees. Luis Perez doing a good job finding the strike zone. 54th pitch incoming. Popped up. Babiak tracking it in foul territory, and he will make the catch. Exactly what you expect here from Luis Perez. Just a couple of strikeouts for him here tonight. He's just been getting a lot of contact, whether it's putting it up in the air, getting some grounders. A true contact pitcher. And Luis Perez has been effective here tonight. As here is Matteo Zeppieri. Third time around the order here for the Panthers. That one right at belt level for strike one. Zeppieri 1 for 2. He hit a single back in the third, was retired as part of a 4-6-3 double play on a great play by Anoa. There's a big swing and a miss. Of course, a big warm-up kind of game here for London ahead of a Battle of the Titans tomorrow night. 6:05 first pitch. It'll be first versus second, London in Welland. That one in on the hands, and Noah will just walk on over to it and make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Luis Perez. As we head to the home half of the fifth. As again, we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Brantford up 2-1 on Guelph in the bottom half of the sixth as the Red Sox. I don't know about that. Getting some success there at home. On the road, meantime, Welland with a 10-1 lead in Chatham-Kent. That game in the bottom half of the fifth. So the top two teams here in the CBL trying to keep pace with one another with sizable leads. Welland with a 23-10 record. London at 21-11. London a game and a half back of Welland for first place, but also a half game up on Barrie, who sits at 20-11 on the year. Barrie, by the way, in action tonight. They are up 4-0 on the Hamilton Cardinals on the road. That game in the top of the fifth. As that is a battle between third and fourth place in the CBL standings. There you see the scoreboard. The London Majors have put up runs in every inning so far, including a 6th spot in the last inning. And as we tout the laurels of Luis Perez, there's Alex Springer getting in some warm-up pitches. Again, Perez, only his third appearance since coming in for the London Majors, including a stint from the bullpen. So, just trying to ease him in. Get him 5 innings, try to stretch that out towards the tail end of the season going into the playoffs. More importantly, if you're London, just get your innings in. You need 7 appearances and 14 innings pitched in order to qualify for the postseason. As that one skied high. Into left field it goes, and Trent Lawson will make the catch on Christian and Noah's deep fly ball. This will bring up Tucker Zadunik. And the thing is, if you have guys that can play on the mound and at the plates, that gives you 2 different ways that you can try to qualify guys for the postseason. Need 32 plate appearances in order to qualify. The offering here, that one's going to miss on the outside. As this is Tucker Zanunik's fourth crack at it. 2 for 3, a single and a home run. Flew out to the left fielder his last time up. The 2-0, big hack there. Puts the counts at 2-1. The offering. Laced high, deep into left field it goes. Getting over to make the catch is Trent Lawson. And there's 2 away. This is kind of a settle down kind of inning for Owen McNeil that you absolutely need after London sent 10 players to the plate in the fourth.
Yeah, it's a big inning for McNeil to come back already. 2 quick outs here in the inning, and it's real important for McNeil to kind of get in the groove and just try and get really as many innings as he can as he possibly can here for Kitchener.
That one's going to go foul. Well, and the thing is, there's no activity in the bullpen for the Panthers right now. You want McNeil to go a few innings here. Between last night's game, between Tuesday night against Hamilton, you have a lot of arms that are feeling it, if you will. And now if you're the Panthers and you have Owen McNeil, who I would imagine was slated to start in tomorrow night's game at Hastings Stadium, you're going to try and save as many arms as possible going into tomorrow night's. The 1-1 popped up and out of play. That game will be at 7:05 at Hastings.
Yeah, tomorrow will definitely be a bullpen game for the Panthers. You've used 2 starters in this one. One of them goes 3 innings. The other one trying to wrap up his second.
McNeil likes what he sees. The 1-2 popped up. Into the outfield it goes. Zeppieri getting underneath it. He'll make the catch. And that is a much-needed 1-2-3 shutdown inning from Owen McNeil. But the Majors remain up 14-1 as we head to break here on Majors TV.
Hockey isn't a game, it's a legacy. VMF Sportswear builds custom pro-level jerseys, socks, and apparel, like team hoodies and workout wear. Your colors, your crest, your identity. Create yours now.
Obviously, the city loves you. The city adores you. You're a fan favorite across the board. How is it? Obviously, the city loves you. The city adores you. You're a fan favorite across the board. How is it dealing with that much pressure, being in that celebrity spotlight?
Welcome back to Majors TV. Mark Pare, Owen Taylor here in the booth. Evan Fredrickson at field level. And, well, Chanderdad is really digging into his bench for this one. He has made some wholesale changes on defense. Let's just get into it real quick. I'll just tell you what it looks like now on defense. Jaden Babiak, who was at third at one point, He is now in behind home plate catching for the new pitcher coming in. That is Alex Springer. Lenahan, Dreyers, and Noah Whittle now working the infield from left to right. Lewis, Hancock, and Zadunik working the outfield. As here is Petey Kiefer to lead things off. That'll go in for a strike.
Yeah,
Getting everybody going for them tonight.
Yeah, this game's kind of gotten out of hand here, so you might as well give players opportunities to play. Springer, who we haven't seen since the start of the month, he last pitched on July 3rd, where he went 1 inning giving up a hit against Chatham Barnstormers.
There's a big swing and a miss for strike 3. Petey Kiefer goes down on strikes to start off the 6th. Well, Luis Perez exits this ball game. Goes the 5 innings. Just a couple of strikeouts, but he got a whole lot of work for that defense here tonight. A lot of hard contact, a lot of ground balls, a couple of flyouts, but very much so a lot of balls on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, that's been strong here. Luis Perez's final line story, he goes 5 innings, just giving up a run on 5 hits. Didn't walk a batter, actually.
That one drops into the bucket for Malik Williams for strike number 1.
No walks, only 2 strikeouts for Perez.
Well, he got 1, as that one's down the line, grabbed there by Lenahan. Long throw to first, in for Whittle. And there's 2 away. He walked Josh Williams back in the 2nd. As we can, and that's the thing here. Now we're July 31st, going into the month of August. There's going to be a lot of scoreboard watching from now until the end of the year, and everybody in the booth continuing to look at some of the scores from outside of the confines of Labatt Memorial Park here tonight. And it's important to note, because every point matters, every single game matters with things so tight within that top 5. That's going to drop in for a strike.
Yeah, everything matters. Just to recap again, the Brantford Red Sox actually have a 3-run lead over the Guelph Royals in Brantford. They're at the top of the 7th. The Welland Jackfish currently have a 10-2 lead over the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, and then Barrie is actually leading Hamilton 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, that Barrie-Hamilton game is going to be interesting. Half game separating Barrie, and we'll get to that in just a moment, as that's a long fly ball, and just in front of the warning track is Jordan Lewis. Alex Springer, a clean inning for the London Majors. Majors pitching has been sublime here tonight, as they have retired 10 of the last 11 batters between Luis Perez and Alex Springer. It has been a show and a half for the home side. Let's throw it down to field level. Here's Evan.
Thank you very much. The month of August is upon us, and when I mean upon us, it's tomorrow. And the Majors are going to have a busy month of August. They'll play 15 games in the month of August, 8 of those games, so half being against playoff caliber teams. And if you look at the standings, gentlemen, it is an absolute dogfight for the top 5. If for all those who are unaware, the top 3 seeds are safe, but that number 4 and 5 seed are not safe. They'll have to play a wild card game, so that'll end one of the seasons for the top teams. So guys, buckle up. It's going to be a great month of August, guys.
Yes, indeed, it's going to be. Thank you very much, Evan. The battles between the teams that are in playoff position are going to be some very key matchups to watch. And quite frankly, matchups like this are going to be key to watch too, because when you think about the separation between the playoff teams and the non-playoff teams, there is kind of that expectation, Owen, that games like this are still must-wins. You lose a game to a team that's outside of the playoff picture where you feel like, hey, that should have been a win for us. That should have been something for us to pick up. that could make the difference between going into a best-of-7 semifinal in that 2v3 slot or having to be fighting for your lives in a one-game playoff in that 4 versus 5 matchup.
No, of course. And again, every game matters, and everyone's still in it. Again, we have 16 games to play on the year, however. The last place Chatham-Kent Barnstormers are still only 12.5 back from the lead, 9.5 back from the Guelph Royals in that last 5 spot, so it is still very close between everybody. Again, it's an 8-game difference between 5 and 6 right now. That is the Guelph Royals and Toronto Maple Leafs at the moment. But as you said, every game will matter right until the very end.
Well, here's Xavier Whittle to start things off for the Majors, and he flares one in to the infield, and Zane Scansey will get over to make the catch. It's going to be marked down as a line out, but that was some very soft contact generated by Owen McNeil on that one, who remains in this ball game.
Yeah, and again, that was just a kind of a jam shot off the hands of Whittle, and Owen McNeil is doing pretty good right now. He's retired 6 straight batters, so he's starting to get into a rhythm here as we're past the midway point of this ball game.
The offering, David Dreyers puts that one into right center, and over to make the catch is Matteo Zeppieri, who got a lot of kilometers on that one to get over to make the grab.
And so back-to-back innings where the first 2 are retired. We haven't seen that really at all in this ball game, at least through the first 4 innings. It's been good for Kitchener here in the 5th and 6th.
First offering there to Jordan Lewis. Drops in for a strike. Lewis walked his last time up, also has a single and a triple. Another one right at belt level.
Yeah, and what a game that Jordan Lewis has had, by far his best so far here with the Majors. As you said, 2 for 2, a walk as well. Has come around to score twice.
That was going to get underneath the glove of Junior, and that'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here on Lewis as McNeil looking for one pitch to get out of this. Another one missing down low as McNeil looked like it might have slipped out of his hand there. That one misses on the outside, and that's just a good eye from Jordan Lewis. You're down in the count, 0-2. McNeil losing control of that baseball, 3 straight pitches, missing the corners. The 3-2, and that's going to hit Jordan Lewis. He'll take a base as it gets away from Owen McNeil.
Yeah, so you know you're going to eventually get a base runner. If you're the Majors, you get it right there. It's a pitch that, kind of like the one before, just slipped out of the hand of Owen McNeil. There'll be the 4th time that Jordan Lewis will get on today. And
here is Ryder Hancock. Takes over Jared Birdie's spot in the batting order. Jaden Babiak on deck here for London. He took over for Michael Escato as that one's crushed high. Gross listing towards left center. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it. A Jordan Lewis hit by pitch, the only damage on the board. as
obviously
we will head
the
to break
city
here
loves
on
you.
Majors
The city
TV.
adores you.
London
Your
with a
fan favorite.
14-1 lead.
Obviously, the city loves you. The city adores you. You're a fan favorite across the board. How is it dealing with that much pressure, being in that celebrity spotlight everywhere you go? Perfect. That's good enough. How do you stay so fit and lean on a regular basis? Nice. I like that. Running's very important. Cardio. I'm not confident in what that is. Oh, yeah, there you go. I can appreciate that one, 100%. And I guess last personal tip, everything aside, how do you keep the beard so nice and well shaved consistently? I can never seem to get as good a one as you. Like, are you talking like a cream or an oil, something like that? Okay, perfect. I incredibly appreciate your time. Thank you so much for talking with me today. Excited for the season, huh? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Make a bold statement with the Champ Chain, the ultimate award for champions. At 5 to 6 inches wide, this eye-catching metal is built to impress, fully customized with your logo and cut to shape. From the court to the boardroom, this award brings energy and attitude to every celebration. Great for recognizing your MVPs, players of the game, or hardest worker. Level up your recognition game with the Champ Chain. Order yours today at nothers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Welcome back to Majors TV as we head into the 7th inning. It'll be Junior Ibarra. Actually, it won't even be Junior Ibarra, as Jackson Cook is going to come in to pinch hit for the Panthers. That'll likely be a straight swap, as Cook has been a catcher for this team since arriving just a couple of weeks ago. So Jackson Cook will pinch hit for Junior Ibarra to start up the 7th, with London up 14-1.
Yeah, and Cook's been pretty solid for the Panthers in his 5 games he's played. He's 4 for 11 at the plate. So he will take over Ibarra's spot in the lineup.
The offering in from Alex Springer put the count at 2-0. Cook will put that one out of play. Well, and if anything here, in a blowout game, this allows you to take the pressure off of Junior ahead of tomorrow night's game in Guelph. Give him some extra rest, especially considering the back-to-back-to-back as that one's popped up. David Dreyer's out at short, makes the grab in shallow left. He'll make the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and you're right. Catcher is definitely, probably the hardest position in all of baseball. Which is how much strain it puts on your body. It's good here for him to kind of take the rest of the night off, get some rest going into tomorrow. A little more action in the Majors bullpen. That is Daniel Orfali.
He's going to miss inside. This is Trent Lawson. A couple of singles to his ledger tonight. Orfali is warming up in the pen here for the London Majors. The 1-0 is going to miss downstairs. Forrest having some fun with the kids. It's been a good night for London Majors fans. That one misses upstairs on Lawson. The 3-0. That'll go across for a strike. And we've talked about Kitchener's schedule being in Guelph tomorrow. We also touched on London being in Welland tomorrow at 6:05. The 3-1 is going to be sent foul. Right after that, no rest for the Wicked. A Sunday off, and then it is the long weekend. And the Civic Holiday, we'll see the Brantford Red Sox come to town here for a 6:05 first pitch. A Monday nighter here at Labatt Memorial Park. The 3-2 is going to drop under the knees for ball 4. And Trent Lawson will reach base for the 3rd time tonight. So here comes Josh Williams, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. And that looks like Nick Hoyt. Will be on deck for the Panthers as that's a slow roller to Anoa. Gets it for 1. Throw over to first in time. And that's a Taylor made 4-6-3 double play as we head to stretch time here at Labatt Memorial Park in London. The London Majors with a 14-1 lead on the Kitchener Panthers here on Majors TV. It has been a dandy.
It has. And everything about this Majors lineup has just been so dominant today, whether you go to how they've been doing with at the plate and how good the pitching's been today as well. It's just been so strong, and you've only left 3 runners on base of the 17 you've had on. It's just been so strong for this London lineup to kind of have this kind of performance after the game back on Tuesday as we get towards the rest of this weekend and into the next week. It's big for them to kind of keep this momentum going forward and just really trying to get these performances. You really want to be in the top 3 of the standings by game number 46. If you can get that, then you're going to have a good time in the playoffs.
Couple of substitutions on defense. Nick Hoyt is now playing at second base for Zane Scansey. He was on deck in that last inning, so that's just a straight switch at second base, and Jackson Cook is in behind home plate taking over for Junior Ibarra. And it looks like everybody else is the same, although no. That looks actually to be Matt Fabian over at third. A whole lot of switching up for the Kitchener Panthers in this one, as Owen McNeil will remain on the hill. And yes, indeed, that is Matt Fabian at third. The former Rookie of the Year coming off the bench for the Kitchener Panthers. It'll be Babiak, Lenahan, and Noah due up for the London Majors unless Rup Chanderdat digs into the bench a little bit more. And really with all these substitutions, it's par of the course in a 14-1 game, just trying to give guys extra hacks in the batter's box, get their legs warm. Getting them engaged, I think, is probably the most important thing for both of these teams at this stage.
Yeah, and you want to get everyone as much action as you can, because you want to get everyone eligible for the postseason. Obviously, you're going to have your big guys already eligible. They've met the criteria already. But for maybe some guys who have been on the bench for teams or bullpen arms for this, it's really big to get them in the action and get them ready for September baseball.
Well, and again, you're speaking on the London Majors side of things. For Kitchener, they're out of it right now.
Well, I'm speaking for both sides.
They're 9 games back, Owen.
But again, you never know, right?
It's a tough hill to climb.
Sure, but it's happened before, no?
You never know. You're not wrong. You never know. But 9 games back, you have to literally go on a 750 to 800 winning percentage through the final games of the season. There's only 15 games left.
The way I think about it is if you're not mathematically eliminated, then you're still in it.
There's a big swing and a miss. Are you Lloyd Christmasing me?
No. What do you mean?
You do know who Lloyd Christmas is, right?
Well, no, I don't. But
it's a term of endearment, okay?
I'm just saying,
and I'm just saying, when you go home tonight, that one's going to be laced into left center. It's going to drop, and sliding in was gross, but he was about 2 feet behind it. Coming in to score is Babiak to make the lead even more, 15-1. I'm going to give you a homework assignment here tonight, Owen. When you go home, tune on one of those streaming websites, whatever they have it on these days. Perhaps a VHS, maybe a DVD. Dumb and Dumber might be a good movie to watch. I'm telling you, it is a classic. It is a Christmas tradition. And speaking of a tradition, here at Labatt Memorial Park, I have a feeling we might see Cleveland Brownlee at some point tonight. That one's launched into the Knights. Back, and against the fence it goes. Christian Anoa will drive in another run. An RBI double for Anoa. Puts the lead to 16-1.
It just keeps coming for this London offense. It really just can't be stopped. And I believe you're right. That is Cleveland Brownlee on deck right now. So it looks like he will take over Starling Joseph's spot. In other good news as well, we do now see Michael Estado on the bench, or in the dugout for the Majors. Not in his uniform, however.
Well, we'll see him soon as that one's put in for a base hit by Tucker Zadunik. And that'll put runners on the corners. And the big man out of Atlanta, Georgia is coming up. The ovation for the veteran. 16 seasons in the league. The 41-year-old takes one upstairs for ball one. He has been a mainstay for many, many years. Part of those 2 championships. Cleveland swings through that one. And I can tell you, Cleveland has not lost a step. He was taking BP earlier today. I was talking about Starling Joseph hitting nukes. He was putting them over the fence with regularity. Cleveland has not lost a step.
It would be amazing to see him do it right now, though.
As he's just going to take one on the inside, and he will walk. Took a fastball right on the shoulder blade, and that is going to load the bases, and the fans don't like that one.
A lot of boos coming from the fans here at Labatt Park. They want to see Cleveland take a couple more swings. We may see him again in this ball game. You don't know. But he's getting on base for the first time this year.
That's going to be a strike on Xavier Whittle. Lined out with a soft roller or a soft put out to the second baseman his last time up. Swing and a miss. Sixth batter of the inning. Cleveland Brownlee at first, Tucker Zadunik at second, Christian Inoa at third.
Xavier Whittle's had 38 at-bats in 21 games this season.
Oh, there's a swing and a miss for strike three. That'll just be the first out of the inning, as there is a little bit of action in the Panthers bullpen. As here comes David Dreyers. And that looks to be Gavin McLean warming up for Kitchener, as there's strike one on Dreyers. The 0-1, missing on the outside. Dreyers, his fifth plate appearance of the game, has reached twice. Also hit a sac fly back in the third. That one misses upstairs.
Yeah, single and a hit by pitch have been the two times he's reached base today.
The 2-1. That'll be laced into foul ground into the seats. Bounced off a couple pieces of the steel and back onto the field of play. Looks like everybody's all right, though.
A scary one there from David Dreyers. Thankfully, everybody is okay down there.
Count now 2-2 here on Dreyers. Swing and a miss, strike three. Owen McNeil brings the high heat, and there's two away. Two straight strikeouts. And here comes Jordan Lewis.
And what a day Jordan Lewis has had. 2 for 2. A triple and a single, not to mention a walk and a hit by pitch. He's reached base 4 different times in all 4 plate appearances.
Taken upstairs and in. Well, if anybody was ever on cycle watch, I know we're in the 7th inning, it would have been Jordan Lewis. As he crushes one down the line, foul. Has the triple on his ledger. That's always the toughest one to get. Have the single back in the third. He'd be a double and a home run shy. The 1-1. That's going to get underneath. In to score comes Christian Inoa to make it 17-1. Yeah, I don't know. That might be a pass ball charged on Cook, as that one went right between the wickets. Two balls, one strike here on Jordan Lewis. There's a strike painting the outside.
So this is our 8th batter of the inning. A chance to get out of it here for Owen McNeil.
Here it comes. Swing. He got a piece. Right to McNeil. Over to first in time, and that'll do it. But the London Majors put a 3-spot on the board. It is 17-1 as we head to break the 8th inning on the other side here on Majors TV.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Welcome back to Majors TV. Mark Pare, Owen Taylor here in the booth. Evan Fredrickson at field level. And here's the new pitcher coming into the ball game. That is Daniel Orfali.
Yeah, we've seen him 2 separate times, both on the road. Once on the 25th in Brantford, where he went 2 innings, giving up nothing. And we saw him just 3 days ago in Guelph as well, went an inning, walked 2, struck out 1. Did not give up a run in that appearance. This is his first time here in Labatt Park, and the 21-year-old will take the top of the 10th for us.
Apologies to the Orfali family. It is Daniel Orfali. Acquired back on the 22nd. The veteran of the University of British Columbia, that UBC program, let me tell you, that Thunderbirds team, no matter the sport, they pump out studs. I can't tell you the amount of national championships I've called in multiple different collegiate sports, and UBC's probably been one of the most consistent programs that I've seen over the years.
I'm actually curious, if you were to give like a top 3 for most dominant, I don't know how long you've been doing it.
I mean, it depends on the sports. When it comes to dominance, I mean, that one's going to be sent foul.
But we're talking just in general.
Well,
it doesn't matter what sport it was or anything, just kind of your take on it.
Well, I can tell you, like, Carleton's basketball program, I mean, that's probably the creme de la creme, as there's a base hit for Nick Hoyt, who is pinch hitting for Zane Scansey. Doing stuff with Laurier, I know their football program has done some wonders. Obviously, Western making such a mark on the football world here in Canada. Obviously, Greg Marshall is a legend here in London. By the way, he's from Guelph. But Greg Marshall with a phenomenal career for the Western Mustangs. There's a big swing and a miss.
A nice fastball up there from Orfali, able to get right up and in on Matt Fabian.
That one's delivered in for a strike. Of course, Michael Faulds, former football quarterback here. As there you see the banana hanging around of Labatt Memorial Park. He's wearing a Canada Day jersey underneath that too, as there's a big swing and a miss for strike 3 on Yosuke Fuji. Of course, Michael Faulds now taking over the program, a former quarterback, longtime head coach of the Laurier football program. Hockey, you think of women's hockey, and Concordia has always been up there. There's a swing and a miss. And even in the OUA, I mean, you name it, last number of years, especially post-pandemic, Waterloo was up there for a long time. Laurier starting to pick up their program. That one's put into right center. It's going to drop in for a base hit for Matteo Zeppieri.
So 2 on here for Kitchener. They're just trying to get something going. Maybe a little momentum late in this game, as it's definitely been tough for them.
That one's flared foul, as this is Matt Fabian, the former Rookie of the Year. Started the season in Toronto, got moved over to Kitchener most recently. As those defensive substitutions getting their first cracks at it, as there's a strike.
Or Faley quickly up 0-2 right here on Fabian. Be interesting to see what he will go with on this pitch.
Freezes him up for strike 3. Fabian having a conversation with Steve Cochran. Not too much heat, but Fabian's retired and there's 2 away.
Yeah, it was a good fastball around the outer half. It just clipped the corner. Steve Cochran thought it touched just enough of the plate. There's 2 away now.
Well, here is Malik Williams. Without a hit tonight. That's going to drop below the zone.
Yeah, 0 for 3 on the day is Malik Williams.
Short 3-game hitting streak on the line here for Malik. The 1-0. That one's launched deep into left center, and right to the wall it goes. The hitting streak continues for Malik. He'll get in with a stand-up double. And in to score is Nick Hoyt.
So there we go. That is just what you need if you're Kitchener. You want to still keep your confidence going into tomorrow. And Malik Williams does it just there. A beautiful double that he lined all the way out to the wall. And as you said, it's extending the hit streak to 4 games.
That'll bring up Rafi Gross, or rather that is Jamie Cabral, who will foul that one away. Cabral coming on for Rafi Gross. He's a usual outfielder, so likely a straight switch on defense when we head to the home half of the 8th. Fans start clapping. That one painting the outside edge. In Kitchener in Guelph tomorrow, they will then go into Fergie Jenkins Field in Chatham on Tuesday at 7:30. Another one fouled back. Kitchener doesn't actually return home until next Thursday, August 8th. They'll host their Highway 7 rivals from Guelph in that one. Before a home and home with Barrie next weekend. Out-of-town scoreboard update. Brantford with a 4-1 lead now on Guelph. And it's 15-2 Welland against the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, and Barrie with a 4-1 lead in Hamilton. Friday night baseball in the Hammer in the top half of the 7th. That's going to go across for a strike, and that'll retire Jamie Cabral. A couple of base runners 1 run comes in to score. But we are heading to the home half of the 8th, and London continuing to be up big.
Yeah, and they just keep rolling. You give up the 1 run, but at this point of the game, it's no issue at all for this Rup Chanderdet-led squad. Now you have 8, 9, and 1 up in the order for London. Maybe a chance we see Cleveland Brownlee take another at bat here in this one if the offense can get going that far into the inning. As we are quickly getting to the end of this one after the very long first few innings.
Approaching 10 o'clock Eastern here in the Forest City. So Zeppieri is going to go into center. Jamie Cabral is over and right, and that is Gavin McLean on the mound.
Yeah, McLean's pitched in 7 games so far in this one, totaling 9.2 innings pitched. Unfortunately, he has given up 18 earned runs in just those 9 2/3 innings. 5 of them coming against the Welland Jackfish just 5 days ago in that big 30-8 loss.
Well, in a situation like this, you're just looking for outs. Gavin McLean looking to get him across the finish line going into tomorrow night's. Is Malik playing third?
He is.
Malik Williams will play third. So a whole lot of switches happening on defense here yet again. Zeppieri and Cabral in center field and right field respectively. Malik Williams is over on third, and that looks to be Cam Bauer over on first. The delivery, that one sent deep into center field. Zeppieri getting underneath it. And he'll make the catch. That was Ryder Hancock, the number 9 hitter. And that'll bring up Jaden Babiak. In a night where our score sheets, well, I think my only regret is that I haven't used whiteout at this stage. With the amount of names I've crossed out,
there's been a lot of changes in this one.
The offering to Babiak. Good job there by Cook to stay in front of it. So again, Malik, Kiefer, Hoyt, and Bauer from left to right in the infield here for Kitchener. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. If you add it up, I mean, think about the guys that have come into this game already. And I just looked down the Kitchener list. I think there's more guys on their score sheet that have played versus the ones that have not played. Let's see. Cabral in, McNeil came in, Hoyt is in, Bauer is in, Liberta, Cruz, Rodriguez pitched the other night, so did Mignetti. Punalis pitched the other night in a relief effort. Fabian, Gavin McLean's on the hill right now. Brett Reed, Cook and Penalve. So Pete Kiefer has dug into his bench quite a bit here tonight, given the circumstances, as that one is going to be sent right to Hoyt. Gets it on the hop over to first, and not in time. Babiak will get in there safely. And Bauer having a word with the first base umpire. Although I don't think he's going to win that argument. He was in by about 2 steps.
Yeah, even in a 15-run game, to just see that effort from Jaden Babiak, that was really impressive to watch there. Here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, that'll bring up Trent Lenahan. And again, you think about the guys that are on the bench here tonight for Kitchener. There's guys there that you're just trying to save them for tomorrow, as that one's crushed. Deep to center field. Back and in front of the warning track is Matteo Zeppieri to make the catch.
Again, another hard hit ball there. Lenahan looking for his 11th homer of the season on that swing. And
so again, the guys are still available for Kitchener. You're probably putting into tomorrow night's game. Punalis, you'll probably see him a bit tomorrow. I'd imagine Cruz, he gets brought in to be a longer type of starting figure for you. That's 5 starters for Kitchener, if you add it up and put him into that mix. You know, Jake Liberta went last night. Brett Reed, you're probably saving that arm. At minimum, you're trying to save a minimum 3 arms for tomorrow night. That one's laced down the line, foul. So you're probably going to see Cruz start it off. You'll probably have Punalis come in behind him. Again, I'm just prognosticating. I'm no groundhog, but the 1-1 is going to be sent foul.
so of the 25 players on this Kitchener Panther roster, we've seen 17 of them today.
It's a lot.
We've had 5 defensive substitutions. And of course, Elliott started, followed by McNeil, and now Gavin McLean. That rounds it up to 17.
That one is going to list foul. Dropping right near the bullpen. And again, if you're London, you know, no rest for the wicked. As we talked about, playing in Welland tomorrow night. Just try to keep the bats going, try to keep the momentum going. You can't take your foot off the gas pedal here despite having the sizable lead. That one is going to get through the hole, base hits. Christian Inoa reaches for the 3rd time tonight. And again, it's all about the habits. The second you start breaking the habits, the Welland Jackfish will just feast on you tomorrow night. So you have to keep this ball rolling. As there you see the big man, Cleveland Brownlee. He is on deck. Tucker Zadunik up to bat here with 2 away. Will Cleveland have another crack? And yes, he will. And this time with the bases loaded. As listen to this capacity crowd. Because here he comes, folks. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. And now he steps in with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss. He was looking for the Thames River on that one. One of the all-time greats watches that one go across for a strike. The amount of home runs that have come off of his bat in the last 16 years. Here comes the 0-2. That one misses at the knees. Good take from Cleveland.
I almost don't want to speak. I don't want to try and jinx anything here with Cleveland on base.
I think you're in line with a lot of people in this crowd right now as Cleveland's going to call for time. Really just holding your breath. Even in a 17-2 ball game, these are moments that you remember. If he can connect. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Cleveland strikes out to end the 8th. But the Majors, they have a 17-2 lead and are going to look to close it out on the other side here on Majors TV.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Welcome back to Majors TV, 9th inning. With the London Majors up 17-2 on the Kitchener Panthers. Mark Pare, Owen Taylor here upstairs. Evan Fredrickson is at field level. And Daniel Orfaley will try to close this one out. Jackson Cook, Trent Lawson, and Josh Williams due up for the Panthers. As Country Road echoes through the confines of the world's oldest baseball grounds.
In a game that's been all in the Majors' favor. It was a big one for London coming into this one. You just came off the loss from Guelph.
That one is going to get to the wall. What a grab.
Jordan Lewis showing off the range over there and left. That ball was going right over his head. He gets the leap, and quickly there is one away. And Kitchener's down to their last 2 outs.
Here's Trent Lawson. He'll flare that one deep into right field. Tucker Zadunik getting towards it. He'll make the catch. And the Panthers are down to their final outs.
Just 3 pitches thrown in this inning for Daniel Orfaley.
It is Josh Williams, the last hope for the Panthers. As you mentioned, Daniel Orfaley, one of 3 UBC teammates that are on the field for the London Majors here. Trent Lenahan and David Dreyers, also UBCers. That one misses inside. Into the dirt. Grabbed up there by Babiak. Well, it's been an interesting one. Substitutions galore from both sides. Both benches getting in on the action here tonight. Majors started early. They got on the board often. They were up 8-1 in the first 3 innings, and they have not looked back.
Yeah, and this has just been an offensive masterclass from this London Majors squad. You look at it from inning by inning. There was only 3 innings where they went scoreless, and every inning they did score. It was at least 2 every time.
2 balls, 2 strikes here on Williams. Orfaley gets set. The 2-2 is going to be sent foul. And we'll try again. As Williams gets back into the batter's box. Orfaley, the payoff. Upstairs, 3-2.
Orfaley just working to get out of this ball game. He's 1 strike to do it.
The 3-2. Right to Anoa, a roller to first in time, and the Majors win it. Daniel Orfaley with 2 innings of work wraps up this one. And the Majors have won 2 straight, and they finished the month of July 8-4.
Yeah, what a month it was for London. What a game it was tonight for this London Majors team. You looked at it from every single aspect, and both the offense, the pitching, not to mention the defensive play as well. It was all there for them tonight, and it showed with the scoreboard. A 17-2 win. That's win number 22 on the season. That'll bring them a little bit closer to the Welland Jackfish as they will play them tomorrow night out there at the pond. And looking at it, it is going to be a difficult one as well. Welland has put up a really good offensive performance both tonight and, of course, throughout the week. So it should be interesting to see how that matchup will go tomorrow, as Kitchener, another loss for them on the year, loss number 22, I believe. So they are a little bit further back, still trying to look at that playoff position. It's going to be a little trickier for them after the loss today, but what a performance it was from London.
What do you take from this London victory? In just a moment, we're actually going to throw it down to field level. Evans got the player of the game.
Thank you very much. Here with the player of the game, Jordan. What an absolute full team performance you guys displayed here to end off the month of July. How does it feel to win, and how are you feeling?
It's amazing. I'm just so blessed to be out here with all these great fans and to be a part of the family. 17 hits is amazing. So just happy we got the win tonight, and we're going to keep it rolling. Yep.
You had 3 RBIs along with the triple. You were displaying the speed and consistency that you brought. What was your approach during at-bats against the Panthers pitching staff?
Just be aggressive. I know he was bringing some heat, so just sitting fastball and being aggressive, trying to get back behind the counts, and do some damage early. So yeah.
And lastly, what do you guys have to do tomorrow going to Welland, the top team in the CBL? They're a good team. What do you guys have to do to continue this momentum?
Absolutely. We have to continue the momentum going into tomorrow, especially. It's a great team. So, we got to bring the effort that we brought today, and we're going to come out tomorrow with a dub. So, that's the goal. Yep.
Jordan, congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Evan. And yes, a final score here, 17-2. That is going to put the London Majors to a record of 22-11 on the year. Kitchener actually drops to 10-23 on the season. Both teams with just 15 games left on the year. Kitchener has now lost 8 straight games, and as I mentioned before, London will finish the month of July with an 8-4 record. Final out-of-town scoreboard update. Welland with a 16-2 lead in Chatham-Kent, that one in the late stages, and Barrie and Brantford both have equal 4-1 leads on their opposition. So, Guelph, they're going to fall a little bit more behind if this score holds, but Barrie also kind of keeping in it in their battle with the Hamilton Cardinals as, 1 through 5, we've talked about it all night, we've talked about it for the last couple of weeks, 3.5 games separating first from fifth coming into this evening's festivities. London closing the gap perhaps on Welland. You never know what can happen. I mean, despite the score line, what it is, it looks like it's going to be 1.5 games going into tomorrow night, and that is a huge game for the London Majors. It does feel like a must-win.
No, it does, and it's definitely a must-win for the London Majors. You have to go into Welland. It's going to be a road game against a high-flying Welland Jackfish roster that has put up 16 runs already today. They still have baseball to be played against who are they playing again?
They are playing Chatham
against
tonight.
the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. So will be a big game tomorrow for both sides to try and keep the lead in the standings. London, of course, still having a game on the Welland Jackfish, and looking back at the rest of the standings, obviously Barrie still trying to stay in that 3 spot. Hamilton still trying to stay competitive in that 3 or 4 spot, really trying to get out of that wild card game by the start of the postseason. So should be interesting to see how the rest of the games go tonight, how the rest of the games go for the rest of the weekend. And as we go into August, you never know what can happen.
Well, the London Majors here tonight, just the one home run. That was from Tucker Zadunik. They took advantage of mistakes. They got consistent hitting, 17 hits on the board tonight. They win this one by a score of 17-2. They will be in Welland tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And then we will be signing off here. We got a Monday nighter here at Labatt Memorial Park against the Hamilton Cardinals. That's the next time we will see you here at Labatt Memorial Park. Until then, he's Owen Taylor for Evan Fredrickson. My name is Mark Perry. For all of us here at Majors TV, we say good nights.
Yeah, I'm too short. I can't reach that. I'm sorry.